And more than 2 decades after winning his first Oscar, the man who is known as the godfather of animation has done it again. Hayao Miyazaki won for Best Animated Feature Film for The Boy and the Heron, with the win reflecting the growing popularity of Japanese anime. The market was estimated to be worth a little over $30 billion in 2023 and is expected to double in value by 2030. Now, streaming platforms are trying to keep up with the demand, with Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon, as well as Disney Plus, all investing in anime titles. So what has made anime so popular globally? We can speak now with Roland Kelts, author of JAPANAMERICA, How Japanese Pop Culture Invaded the US. Roland, thank you for joining me. So tell me, what is it about anime then? How has it managed to find such a global audience?
The internet has had a lot to do with it. It's anime has had a growing popularity for decades with fans all over the world, but it was very hard to find for many years. You'd have to find it in the back of comic shops or video stores, and then eventually, of course, it would show up on cable television. But the internet has really accelerated the spread of anime, and it's important to note that the fandom for anime is largely demand driven. With few exceptions, Japanese companies have not done very much to promote their wares overseas. It's fans who've come to anime.
Yeah, it's quite a nice situation to be in, I suppose. Lots of room for growth. What role has Hayao Miyazaki played in the in the anime industry and its rise then?
I'd say outside of Japan, he's become a kind of emissary for anime and a very visible, if you will, a brand for anime, although he wouldn't like me saying that. Miyazaki himself doesn't consider himself a part of anime. He doesn't like the word. He prefers feature-length film animation. He is sui generis. He's a genius, I think, and a master of the art form. But overseas, certainly, people consider him, they lump him in with anime, and his artwork is really untouchable. I don't think there's anyone else in the world working at that level in animation.
Well, if we talk about streaming networks now, they're jumping on board as well as on the production side of things. And it's no longer just Japan that's getting involved in this sort of anime style content. Do you think this will change how anime moves forward?
I don't know. Co-productions between Hollywood and Chinese companies and anime studios, and now companies in India and companies in Southeast Asia, those have been happening for quite a few years. They are spreading now. There are more and more of them, but the fan base is quite particular and quite, in some ways, provincial. And what I mean by that is that if it's called anime, but it's not made in Japan by Japanese artists, a lot of fans turn away from it. And I don't know how long that will last, but it may be comparable to, I suppose, Bollywood. You know, Bollywood is made in India, or at least made by artists from India. And if it's not, I don't know if people are comfortable calling it Bollywood. So you could have a project that imitates anime style or Japanese style visually and in storytelling, but a lot of fans turn away if it's not made in Japan. They don't want to call it anime.
All right. I know Indian cinema is often preferred, perhaps, to the connoisseurs of Bollywood as well. Thanks, Roland, very much. Roland Kelts, author of JAPANAMERICA.